With just 4 matches left on the Spring 2026 schedule, it's crunch time for UPSL DMV North clubs. Hybrid FC is still pointless through 6 matches, but look to change that today against a BridgeSports club team who currently holds the 4th seed in the DMV North playoff race. Hybrid has suffered 2 straight 5-0 defeats, both to the hands of Bowley's Athletic, and their goal differential is wild. They've only scored 4 times and have conceded 22 goals, which means a minus 18 goal differential. BridgeSports Club is coming off a respectable scoreless draw on the road with MSI Pro, but have not won since April 26th. They are currently 2-2-2 and hold 4th place with 8 points. Looking at the table, Bowley's Athletic is perfect through 6 with 18 points, 5 points above 2nd place MSI Pro. Moco 1776 FC is having a surprisingly good season in 3rd place and 10 points. Maryland Bobcats FC are only at 3 points and are in 5th in between Bridge and Hybrid. That's all you need to know to get you started. Welcome to the campus of Hammond High School in Columbia, Maryland. Alongside my cameraman, Donna Wallace, my name is Josh Sager. We are so happy to have you with us wherever you may be. So far, I've only been able to get the starting 11 for Hybrid FC, and we'll take a look at that. It's a 4-2-3-1 they employ, with Elijah Wormley in net. Hunter Hillis and Oliver Rivas make up the center back pairing, with Makai Walker as the right back and Tarek Amon on the left side. Kyle Simmons and Bona Zinab will share the center mid duties, with Barry Sawari Wooten acting as an attacking mid. Nick Pizzoki will be on the left wing opposite Nisi Brown, with Rennie Carbajal the sole striking option. As this game goes along, we will try to figure out who is playing for BridgeSports Club. We thankfully do have a roster with numbers, so it will not be that hard to identify players. Just going to be figuring out who is playing what. But I can tell you the goalkeeper today will be Abubakar Sinera. That's the only one that I can definitely figure out on the top of my, based off of the first look of the roster. This is probably the first day that we've had that it feels truly like summer. It was reaching the low 80s today. Temperature has gone down just a little bit because of the clouds that we have here in the sky in Columbia. We are not expecting rain. It's just going to be cloudy according to the weather forecast. As the 2 teams make their way out onto the pitch for the pregame ceremonies, including the national anthem. Just about set to go. We did have a few technical difficulties with the national anthem. If you probably could hear very, very slightly in the distance, the speaker was going in and out. But we are all set to get going here on a somewhat humid day in Columbia. The humidity and the heat are definitely starting to go down. These are two teams that really would like to get something going. They're both on the bottom half of the DMV North Conference in UPSL action. And as I mentioned, Hybrid FC still looking for their first points. This is a team that at the end of fall of 2026, they were still in the playoff hunt. But they have not lived up to expectations so far, and they would be the first to tell you that. Meanwhile, for Bridge SC, it's just scrapping and making sure that they can stay above Maryland Bobcats right now. However, they are still in reach of getting near MoCo 1776. Just about set to go. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon, wherever you are. We do apologize also if I am a little bit slow in terms of figuring out numbers for or players for Bridge Sports Club. I will be having to look up and down at the roster that they did give me. But I can tell you the goalkeeper will be Abubakar Senera. It will be Hybrid FC to kick us off. And in the center circle is Rennie Carbajal to get us underway. Whistle blows and away we go on a semi-hot night here in Columbia, Maryland, as Kyle Simmons goes back to his center back, Oliver Rivas. And he's going to look to switch the field, finding sorry about that. Long ball forward intended. And now it's picked up by Kean Thomas. Goes back to the center backs here. Out wide, that's the left back, Akifi Butler. Switching the field for Ryan Lewis, who goes to the outside, and nice through ball there. It's intended for Alex Estrada, no, excuse me, for Samuel Reyes. It's going to be offside. Free kick taken, and it's going to find the foot of Makai Walker. Back to Senera. Going to go out to his left center back, which I believe is Ryan Lewis. Actually, no, this is Ryan Lewis. And Wormley is going to collect it here as, again, as I mentioned, Hybrid FC still looking for their first points of the season and also just looking for goals. Those have been hard to come by for this Hybrid team. They have not scored their last two matches. They've given up 10 in as many. Lewis. Coming in, here's Elliot Hodges, and a nice slide tackle, not completely cleared by Rivas, and it's going to go into the gloves of Elijah Wormley on the attempted cross. Ball did not go far, and instead it landed in the foot of Omar Seka, taken away by Tarakamon. Kyle Simmons lost possession. A little bit of a collision and too far out of the reach of Nisi Brown. Or Nick Pizzoki, excuse me. Throwing coming up here for Bridge. It will be taken by Akifi Butler. Almost given away there and almost pounced on by Barry Suari Wooten. Amar Narmouk goes back to Lewis. Butler out wide. That's going to find the foot of Dylan Headley, who's going to switch the field now for Elliot Hodges, a bit too far. Given away. Here's Suare Wooten. I think he was trying a through ball there to Rennie Carbajal, but nobody was at the door. Ryan Lewis. Clouds have started getting a little bit darker around here. Back to Narmouk, who's going to go just one time, touch it back. Carbajal almost made dispossessed Lewis. Out wide, blocked. Here's a chance for Bridge, taken away. Carbajal got beaten to it by Ryan Lewis. Still bouncing around, and it's into the shin of a player for Bridge. It's going to go out of play now. And Wormley has to just get it out of the way. So a corner coming up for Bridge. This is going to be taken by Amar Narmouk. Low corner, take, and I don't think that was what Narmouk intended. And Narmouk is going to now have to cut back across. Lost possession, still regains it. And James Johnson couldn't pick it up clearly. Still a scramble in the box. Still not cleared. Here's Narmouk with a chance, but Wormley stops it before any sort of calamity continues. And he's going to kick it out of the way and going to get it to Pizzoki, who at first glance it looked like he might have hit it off of the leg of Akifi Butler, but did not. Wind is picking up a little bit. Narmouk with a sloppy first touch that it did find Johnson, so not the end of the world. Loic Natho. Spinning and turning is Johnson, who's going to turn on the Jets. Narmouk, nice one-time touch to Elliot Hodges, but he is offside. Going back to that whole scramble in the box, as somebody who played on the back line. Those things can get very chaotic, and you've got to be very careful that you don't commit any fouls because of the fact that there's so many bodies that are going to be in that surrounding area that you've just got to be very careful you don't make any contact. Rivas going to switch it to the right side. Finds Suwari Wooten. Carbajal got beaten to it by Natho, and it's going to be out for a hybrid throw-in. This is taken by Makai Walker. It's going to go out of play. Long throw in, and it wasn't fully controlled by Kean Thomas. Hybrid decides just to go back to their goalkeeper to reset. Rivas. Centers for Simmons, going back to Hillis. That one did touch the foot of Sam Reyes. Sonera will just hit will just be the reset button. Reyes goes out to the right side, Butler. Dylan Headley is just going to throw it to Butler for the throw-in. Nice spin around there by Natho. Lost it, Carbajal. It's actually going to be Suwari Wooten who picks it up, and no foul by Ryan Lewis. That was a pretty harsh push down. Rivas is able to beat Headley to it, goes back to his keeper. Headley was applying some pretty good pressure there. Wormley just telling his guys to go up. Very low kick, and it went right into the foot of Amar Narmook, and Hodges can pounce. Ooh, and a big collision with Wormley, and Elijah Wormley is down. Excuse me, that was with Kean Thomas, that collision. Gotta hope Elijah Wormley is okay. It was thankfully shoulder to shoulder, and it did not look like his head hit the ground. Thankfully, the floodlights have turned on, and as Dono and I have noted 3 weeks ago when we were here, I'll get back to that thought in a second as a potential opportunity. The ball was spilled, but it's cleared out of the way. Natho. Reyes going out to Headley. Amon blocks it. And cleared out by Suwari Wooten. I was mentioning Dono and I were here 3 weeks ago. The lights did turn off, and we had a little bit of a delay. Thankfully, we will not have to worry about that one today. Butler. Nice through the legs of Natho. Johnson spins around, goes back to his center back, Tongwa Aka, former Maryland Bobcat. Played with them during the NISA days, a part of the last year I was a part of. Here's Reyes cutting inside. Actually, that was Hodges. Zanab. Too soft of a pass to Carbajal, and it's easily intercepted by Lewis. Aka. Thomas lost it almost. Narmook, he's looking to set something up. And here's a chance for Hodges. He's only got a Rivas on him and a shot by Hodges, 2 shots by Hodges, and they're both stopped by Elijah Wormley. Very nice effort, though, to get the second opportunity off. But Wormley still standing tall. I got to say, that's the first kick now that we've seen from Elijah Wormley go both in the air and past the American football 50-yard line. Oh, nicely there for Hodges. Elliot Hodges coming in, lays one off, and it's going to go in. The goal scored by Kean Thomas. Way that one was set up, and Thomas with a ferocious hit from outside the 18. And he put some knuckle on that, too. The way that thing was moving, I don't think Wormley, even if he got a touch to it, I don't think there's any way that he's keeping that out of the back of the net. But anyways, it is 1-0 in the 15th minute here in Columbia. We have also now started to feel a few raindrops, and there is the sun peeking out a little bit. So we do have some sun, I wouldn't say sun shower, but a sun drizzle. Reyes. Carbajal gets it back. Here's Bona Zanab spinning around. Narmook after the sliding Suare Wooten. He's gotten it taken away. And a good save by Wormley. Oh, no, it's 2-0. My bad. Great goal. But this is already not a good start for Hybrid FC here because, again, that goal differential is now minus 20. They've given up 24 goals and have only scored 4. And already we're going to see some substitutions. Kyle Simmons is coming off. And Randy Salvador is coming on. The last time that I and Dono and I were here together, Salvador came off at halftime after it seemed he pulled something. And that's not a good look right now for Simmons. He is holding his thigh right now. You really hope that that's not a hamstring injury for the tallest guy on this Hybrid team as we are back underway. Amon finds Pazoki, but that one's going to go out of play, and it will be a throw-in to be taken here by Butler. Salvador. Narmook is going to try switching the field here, and it was a bit too far out for Joshua Engwa to get to. So we're just waiting for the throw-in to come back in. And it will be taken here by Mackay Walker. One thing that we've also noticed is that Mackay Walker is very versatile. We've been here for their last 3 home games. The first game against Moco 1776, Walker was used as a striking option. Then 2 weeks ago against Bowley's Athletic, he was used as a midfielder. Today he's being used as a wing back. So that really speaks to his level of versatility, and now you can use him on anywhere in the field, and he can get you results. Notho. Goes to Akifi Butler. Centering one for Lewis. Back to Notho. Switches the field. And just over the head of Dylan Headley. I don't think even if Headley jumped, he was going to be able to get to that. Good job to get there by Butler, and no foul called here against Samuel Reyes. It's going to go out of play on him. So Amon with the throw-in. Unconventional. It was very weird seeing that because Amon was at least 2 inches away from the out-of-bounds line as the throw-in here by Reyes. And a foul committed by Kean Thomas. Chance here for Bridge if they really want to open this thing up. Here's Amar Narmook. Pass was a bit too soft for Kean Thomas. Back to James Johnson. And there's just a lot of... If you're looking at how Hybrid is playing right now, it just seems like there's too much crowding around the ball. And as a result, Bridge is going to be able to expose this out on the channels. As I get to that, Rivas has to get it back to Wormley because the pressure was starting to be applied there by Headley. Gets it out of the way, but only as far as Notho. Retaken by Hunter Hillis, who's trying to get in on the attack. And now a chance for Bona Zinab, but he is going to be offside. We're hearing their coaches say, work the ball, work the ball. Switching the field. Here's Akifi Butler. Back to Loic Notho. BridgeSports Club right now in position to get their first win since April 26th. Out wide to Headley. Gets past Tarek Amon. Here's a cross in. Pushed away, and Elliot Hodges commits a foul. Free kick to be taken here. Right back to Wormley. See, one thing that I've been looking at when it comes to Bridge, they're making a lot of good touches, but the problem is that just none of their attackers are there yet, and it seems that they're just doing it a little bit too hastily, and as a result, any chance of an attack is killed right now. Notho goes back to Butler, his right back. Switching the field, and a bit too far ahead of the head of Elliot Hodges. And the throw-in will be taken here by Mackay Walker. Just waiting for another ball. It did go outside of the stadium ground. So we're just going to have to wait for a ball to be given to that side of the field. Once again, another thing that's blocking any chance of, right now, I would say Hybrid even having a chance of an attack. Again, they're too clustered, and as a result, they're just not getting enough separation from the outside defenders for Bridge SC. And as a right back, former right back myself, I can tell you that's a gift if you are somebody trying to defend one of these attackers. Akifi Butler goes back to Notho. Got dispossessed by Carbajal. He's going to go for Bona Zinab. Nice slide tackle by Ryan Lewis. The Bridge left back now wants to get in on the action. A bit too much there from Engwa. Tongwa Aka is also now starting to join the attack a little bit. I think the back line right now of this Bridge SC team is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that they don't have to go all that deep against this hybrid attack right now as it stands. Dylan Headley lost it to Tarek Amon, regains possession. Narmook, and it's going to be, I think this is going to be a free kick on the presumed foul committed by Oliver Rivas. So this will be a free kick to be taken by Amar Narmook. Cross comes in, nice in-swinging ball, and it's just out of the reach of Elliot Hodges. As a striker, that's probably the kind of ball that you dream about having. But unfortunately for Bridge Sports Club there, they were not Arsenal and they did not score on the set piece. Given almost away by Suare Wooten. Wormley a bit too soft of a pass to Hillis. Hybrid still hasn't necessarily gotten it out of their own defensive end. Bridge has basically had the control of this entire match because Hybrid doesn't even have a shot on target yet. I think they've only had one shot total. Cross comes in, headed away by Hunter Hillis, kicked away by Hunter Hillis, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. I will say, if there is one positive so far for this Hybrid FC team, the set-piece defending has actually been quite good so far. Not completely cleared. Here's a cross coming in from Headley, and it's going to go out of play. Another corner coming up here for Bridge Sports Club as we approach the 26th minute. Those of you just joining us, Bridge Sports Club scored 2 goals in about a 3-minute time span in the 15th and 18th minutes. Cross to be taken by Tongwa Aka. They're calling for Ryan Lewis. In-swinging ball, headed. Oh, good save by Wormley. And then he gets the catch on the jump. He's going to throw it out. And it's chested down, and a possibility here for Bona Zanab. Did he stay on side? Well, the flag never came up, so that answers that question. Wide to Headley. Taken away by Amon. No foul committed. Oh, there is going to be a foul committed by Natho. That looked honestly like incidental contact between him. And the man that did go down hard. That being Rennie Carbajal, and he is down still, just getting back up. The free kick will be taken here by Randy Salvador. We are still waiting to just see how Randy Carbajal is doing. I think he's just right now trying to fix his, shoe. We're hearing the words hash mark from Elijah Wormley. I'm interested to see if they're trying to maybe get one of their players to go to the outside on one of the hash marks. A very short kick by Salvador. It was not really taken all that well or convincingly. And a foul called against Bridge. It looks like Hybrid. Makai Walker wants to take this quite quickly. But the referee is not going to allow them to do so, and Hunter Hillis will be the one to take this free kick. Taken away. And cleared out of the way by Tongwa Aka. Hodges is trying to get onto the ball. Or, excuse me, Kean Thomas. Thomas, nice cutback moves. Thomas is going to have a shot, and it's going to go wide. Just waiting for Hunter Hillis to fix up his shin guards, and it looks like he'll be the one to take the goal kick. They're saying that Wormley can't kick. Let's see how far he can go here. Oh, and a foul committed there on the back of Barry Suwari Wooten. And it will be a free kick, lucky free kick, because that was another turnover that led to a shot opportunity. So free kick to be taken. Rivas, long ball into the box. Headed away by Lewis. Narmook won the battle with Salvador. Notho, nice through ball to Hodges. Wormley had to come all the way out of his box. Aka. Hillis lost it to Narmook. It was a bit clumsy, that pass to Salvador. Rivas. Wormley almost lost his footing, and if there was an attacker there for BridgeSports Club, they could have easily scored a third. Foul committed by Johnson. Free kick to be taken by Oliver Rivas. Despite the defensive struggles so far today for Hybrid, he's actually had a good game today. Gonna launch one into the box intended for Nisi Brown, and it's gonna go out of play for a throw-in for Hybrid. This is gonna probably be their first real shooting opportunity or attack opportunity that they've had in this match so far. It's been all Hybrid up to this point. Long throw in, finds the foot of Pizzoki. It's going to be cleared out of the way by Bridge SC's defense. I believe Tongwa Aka cleared it out. Pizzoki. Taken down, advantage played, and now there's going to be a foul called after Barry Suwari Wooten, was pushed to the ground. Going to see another first half substitution here for Hybrid, potentially. Because there is a player. Yes, we are going to see another one. Reggie Gaynor will be the one coming on. Probably going to be waiting, though, until after this free kick. Free kick to be taken by Rivas. Cross comes in, headed just out of the box. Still not completely safe, though. Salvador had it poked away by Reyes, and it's a throw-in. And we are going to have that substitution. So here comes Gaynor. And that is the end of the day. Trying to figure out who that's for, but it looks like it may be another injury substitution. That's Rennie Carbajal. So now they have to use a completely new attacking option. And that is less than ideal here for Hybrid FC. The fact that they've already now had to use not one, but two of their subs. And as far as I can tell, this is going to be Gaynor's first appearance of the season. We'll see that another foul committed by James Johnson. He's been getting quite physical, and now a player is down in a heap of pain. That's Nisi Brown, or yeah, he's going back down. You don't usually see that when a player is trying to just stall for time. But this would not be even more or less than ideal for Hybrid. They've already had to use two substitutions due to injury. Salvador. Or Pizzoki, a bit sloppy. Amon with the foul on Dylan Headley. Out to Aka. Here's Natho. Spinning around, and there's Amar Narmouk. Headley goes back to Reyes. He's going to switch the field for Elliot Hodges on the far side. Hodges looking to cross one in, headed. No, it's not headed by Johnson. A bit over his noggin, and it's going to go out for I believe for a corner kick now for Hybrid FC. It might have taken a soft deflection off of Oliver Rivas. Cross comes in now from Narmouk over everybody. And that thing landed in the middle of nowhere. I did mention that the defending on the set pieces has actually been decent. That's more because of the fact that also that on a few of these set pieces so far for Bridge SC, they just have not been on target, or the balls have just been whipped in too powerfully, and as a result, nobody's able to even get a touch on them. Mackay Walker with the long throw-in. Didn't go all too far. Just ball did go into the stand, so we're just waiting for another ball to be put into play. Turning on the Jets is Reggie Gaynor, and he gets one out to Pizzoki. Or Nisi Brown. And it's completely he is blocked off by the retreating Loic Natho. Very well done. Here's Abubakar Sanera. Haven't had to say his name much so far. It's probably a good thing. Akifi Butler. There's that. Hillis heads it to, well, it was attempted to go to one of his teammates, but it's just going to go out of play. That headed down pass intended for Nisi Brown. Reyes switching to Headley with a no-look pass. Here's Dylan Headley charging in. Amon had to come in. The shot did go over the net. Quick goal kick taken. Rivas is looking for options. Just is going to go back to Wormley. Rivas. Bonus and Nav trying to backheel that pass. Didn't work, really. Not though. Oh, big collision between Rivas and James Johnson. No foul committed, says the referee. Coming on in is Hodges, and that one's going to go wide. Elliot Hodges has had some really good opportunities. Would not be surprised to see his name on the score sheet by the end of today's proceedings. Coach Mogay is shouting, "Don't press the keeper." Narmook, oh, sloppy giveaway. Narmook has an open net. It is, oh, wow, how did that not go in? So well done by Randy Salvador to keep it out. And a chance here as Pizzoki breaks. Gets past Akifi Butler. Here is Pizzoki, saved by Sanera. First real counterattack of the night for Hybrid FC, and that was a really nice opportunity. I think if Pizzoki might hit that maybe a little bit more towards the bottom of the, or towards the end of the foot where the toes are, he's probably able to potentially squeak that past Sanera into that upper corner. So here comes the first, speaking of corners, here's the first one of the night for Hybrid, and it's going to be taken by Randy Salvador. Here comes the out-swinging ball, headed just down. It was Hunter Hillis who would have had his name on the into the score sheet. Bonazanav regains possession from Amar Narmook. Cross comes in, spinning around is Gaynor. He shoots, and it's in! Reggie Gaynor off the bench, needed as an emergency sub. And Abubakar Sanera did not even turn or move. And Hybrid FC, who have been goal-starved all spring, finally get the sweet taste of scoring. 2-1 is our ledger right now, here in the 42nd minute. But for Bridge, that is just a lapse in concentration. They gave Reggie Gaynor all too much time and space in order to be able to get that goal. So now, how does Coach Gay rethink the strategy here? Because now you know that Hybrid have a little bit of motivation to get back into this game. They're going to say a foul was committed by Pizzoki. Johnson. Right into the legs of Walker. Here's Pizzoki. Set up that entire sequence of events. Nice move and spin around by Salvador, and it's going to go out of play. Throwing coming up here now for Hybrid. Last few minutes of regulation before we find out how much stoppage time there is. Amon. He had Kean Thomas on him, and the blocked cross from Akifi Butler goes out of play. 2-1 scoreline here in Columbia, Maryland. Hybrid FC looking to get onto the board. Meanwhile, for Bridge SC, they're just looking to add some more. Another corner coming up now here for Hybrid FC, or for Bridge Sports Club, excuse me. Here as we approach the last minute of regulation time, this is going to be taken by Tongwa Aka. In-swinging ball, headed away. And Nisi Brown is trying to regain possession. Not fully cleared out of harm's way for Bridge. They're not, or for Hybrid. Here's a chance now for Notho. Tried to center one. Narmook, it was a bit too far, and it seems that Kean Thomas was offside. Short kick to be taken as we are now in the 45th minute. Stoppage time. Out wide, it's Tarek Amon. Butler going back to his center backs. Lewis goes back to Akifi Butler. Bit too short for Dylan Headley. Given away, and now Samuel Reyes. He's going to try going in, and once again, Kean Thomas was offside. He's getting a little bit too jumpy. He's already got one goal tonight, and obviously he wants to add more to his total, but he's getting it just a bit too hyper, so to speak, trying to get past the defense, and as a result, it's causing him to get in front of the last defender. Aka. Angwa. He is taken down by Nick Pizzoki, and it will be Bona Zinab, and it will be a free kick coming up now for Hybrid F for Bridge Sports Club. How much more stoppage time is left in this half? This might be the final kick of the half, if I were to guess. Free kick to be taken by Amar Narmook. It's about on the right on the 25-yard line if this was NFL football. Cross coming in, right into the gloves of Wormley. Pizzoki. The ball did go out of play. And that will be the end of the half. It's actually been quite exciting so far between two teams that are just trying to pick up the pace. Bridge Sport Club leads 2-1 on the road here in Columbia, Maryland over Hybrid FC. We'll see what happens in the second half. We'll get back to you once that begins. Thanks for staying with us here on DMV Sports Media. We'll be back in a few. Back on the campus of Hammond High School in Columbia, Maryland, the clouds have started to part just a little bit, but we have had an exciting match so far here in the first half. 2-1 is our score. BridgeSports Club on the road leads 2-1 over a Hybrid FC team still looking for its first points of the season, let alone first win. Hybrid FC scored in about a 3-minute interval between the 15th and 18th minutes, thanks to goals from Amar Narmouk and Kian Thomas. And then off the bench we had a goal for Hybrid FC. That came in the form of Reggie Gaynor. Hybrid's already had to use 2 of their substitutes due to injury, and as far as we can tell, there have been no new subs added on to the field. So that is the story here, as we've already had the first 45 minutes. Just waiting for kickoff of the second half. Whistle blows, and Joshua Engwa kicks us back into play. So again, no subs used so far. Ryan Lewis kicks it out of bounds immediately. Off the kickoff. Just waiting for the ball to come back in for ball actually went out basically at the corner flag. So did have a foul. Bona Zanab was pushed down by James Johnson. That ball is launched into the air, and it's not headed all that cleanly by Kian Thomas. Throw-in coming up here. It's going to be taken. Actually, it looks like we might actually have had a substitute, because looks like Yoma Agra was put in. Yes, he was. He's going to cross one into the box, and a very nice opportunity from Randy Salvador. That one he just couldn't get full control of, but that is a beautiful cross by the substitute that just came on for Hybrid, and Yoma Agra. He is now on, it seems, for Makai Walker, whose day is done. Just waiting for Sanera to take the goal kick, does so. Goes out to Lewis. Given away, Salvador with the interception, but he wasn't able to completely have it stick. Taken away. Gaynor, nice through ball. Bona Zinab, got Lewis on him. Zinab looking for his teammates as options. Amon crossing one in, and Sanera puts it down before it could have been touched down by Nisi Brown. Those of you just joining us, Josh Sager, Donovan Wallace, happy to have you along for the ride. Ooh, that looks like maybe a little bit of a clattering of heads between Kian Thomas and Hunter Hillis. A foul is called, I think, on the pull down. I think was committed by Barry Suare Wooten. Free kick to be taken here. Actually, we do have one sub, it looks like, for Bridge SC. Yeah, Alex Estrada is now on. And we'll get back to that in a sec. Hodges trying to get one across. Loose ball. Cleared away by Nisi Brown. Very nice tackle. And Kean Thomas right now is hobbling a bit. James Johnson, nice spinorama. Out wide, here's Hodges. Brandon Tanyi, by the way, is now on as well. Into the side netting from Kean Thomas. And it's going to be out of play for a goal kick. It seems that Elijah Wormley has now had to relegate those duties to, or relinquish those duties and give them to Hunter Hillis. Gonna launch a deep ball in the direction of Nick Pizzoki. That is gonna go out of play. Throwing coming up here for Bridge SC. Too far. Intended for Dylan Headley. Hodges gets it back from Kean Thomas. Here's Aka. Center. Has to just go back to his center back. Lewis launching a ball forward. Just into the stomach of Oliver Rivas. Pizzoki could not fully get the one-time pass from Rivas. Goes out of play. Throw in here. Here's Loic Natho. Akifi Butler. Headley pushed from behind by Amon, and that's going to be a free kick coming up here for Bridge. Bit of a, not that long of a journey here from Columbia to Laurel. But they still are hoping for some points here. Bridge SC would really like to get at least create some sort of challenge for MoCo 1776 and maybe a bit more ambitiously get towards MSI Pro in the standings. It's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to catch up to Bowley's Athletic unless Bowley's somehow finds a way to start really crumbling a bit. The leaders, Bowley's Athletic, currently lead the division by 5 points over MSI Pro. Butler. Estrada. Nice moves by Kean Thomas, but he went right into Salvador's leg. Aka. Might be wise here to switch the field considering just, again, they're starting to clump up a bit, the hybrid defenders. But it's not going to do much there until a turnover. Here's Headley centering one in the middle, and a shot taken by Kean Thomas that skirts wide. Might have been able to get that on target if he had the opportunity to maybe take one first touch, but you have to get that second off really, really quickly. But once again, the clustering of the defenders for Hybrid FC, it's just making them very easy to expose a bit, and as a result, it's allowing Bridge SC to really work on the channels and potentially create more goal-scoring opportunities. Estrada, one-time pass. Aka, they really want to work here on the left side. Chested down by Hodges. Estrada. He's going to cross one in, and it's going to be blocked by Rivas. Suare Wooten couldn't clear it out cleanly. And a corner kick given for Bridge SC. It's probably going to be taken here by Dylan Headley. No, it's going to be taken by Hodges here on the near side. Cross comes in, it's an in-swinger, headed down, but not into the back of the net, into the side netting. We are going to have another sub coming on right now for Hybrid FC. The introduction of Kevin Santos into this match sees the exit of Bona Zanab. Wormley found Salvador. That could have been very dangerous. Given away, and Pizzoki was not able to fully control that. Tarakamon needs to find an option. Almost gave it away there to Dylan Headley. It's going to go out of play for a throw in here for Bridge SC. No, I was right, Hybrid FC. Rivas just goes back to Wormley, trying to hit the reset button. Yoma Ogra was headed out of play by Aka. Quick throw-in intended for Nisi Brown, once again defended by Aka, so they will have another throw-in. Ogra instead decides to go back and get some support from Suare Wooten. Might have been a mistake because Johnson intercepted the pass. Salvador. Kian Thomas spinning around. Nice one-time pass, and Hodges is able to get something here on the break as he turns on the Jets. At the corner of the box, it's defended well by Ogra, out for another corner. It's starting to now open up even a little bit more for Bridge SC. Corner to be taken again by Hodges. His cross comes in, headed over the bar and actually off the upright of the American football goalpost. Another substitute coming on now for Hybrid FC. This was Jason Astudillo. That looks like Tarek Amon's day is done. Astudillo is going to be the left back for this game. Goal kick to be taken by Oliver Rivas. Trying to turn on the Jets as Pizzoki got beaten to it though by Ryan Lewis. Aka centering for Lewis. Given away by Johnson. This could be costly. Suare Wooten's through ball, though, a bit too hard. So we are approaching the 58th minute of play. bit of a collision. Salvador got away with it. No foul. Suare Wooten. Bit too easy there to get to Gaynor. Back to Suare Wooten. He's taken down from behind by Hodges. Free kick. Cross coming in, and that is going to be just over everyone's head, and looks like it was offside anyway. Flag did come up here on the near side. And another sub will be coming on, this one for Bridge. Bamidele Balogun is that substitute. Long ball forward for Kian Thomas. Ogra gets pushed off of it. Thomas is just going to kick it right into the knee of his defender. And got a sub coming on. Balogun coming on in this match. This is for Dylan. This is going to be a substitute for Dylan Headley. Just want to get some extra legs potentially to at least get another goal and see this thing out. Bit too hard on that pass to Reggie Gaynor. Ryan Lewis has to get rid of it. Gaynor's on him, and Gaynor almost dispossessed him, and now it's cleared out of the way by Tongwa Aka. That could have been catastrophic for Bridge. I was yet to mention this in the at the beginning of the half, but you can see a very animated Coach Mo Gay for Hybrid FC, or for Bridge Sport Club, excuse me, and he was not happy, especially with the defending on the goal that was given up to Reggie Gaynor. Too much time and space. Too much time and space. Headed away by Aka, excuse me. Here's Reggie Gaynor with a nice touchdown of the ball. Pizzoki tried to cross one in, and it's cleared away by Akifi Butler. Foul called. Looks like there was a little bit of a collision with Pizzoki and James Johnson, and Johnson was the one who went down. Estrada goes out to his center. Ooh, not the best touch there by Tongwa Aka. Here's Suare Wooten, nice spinorama. No foul called, and Sinera is able to clear that thing out. Nice through ball and a chance here, breakaway for Bridge. Around the keeper, 3-1. Bamidele Balogun with an instant impact off the bench. That through ball by Kian Thomas was absolutely perfect. And Bridge can start to feel a little bit more comfortable now. As they currently lead 3-1. They have not lost that lead since they took it back in the 15th minute, but that is a crushing blow to Hybrid's chances of at least evening this thing up and getting their first points of the season. So now, not only do they have to score one, they've got to score 2 goals here. Sloppy touch by Elliot Hodges. You don't see that very often. Oh, given away again. Here's Balogun. He's just being pulled down. This is going to be, at the very least, a card. Yeah, that's going to be yellow to Oliver Rivas. That was just a sloppy giveaway. And then to commit the foul where it was, this is a prime opportunity for Brandon Tanyi, who came on at the start of the half, to really punish Hybrid FC for that foul. So you've got Ryan Lewis and James Johnson on top of it. This is clear. Tsanera is going to really need to get back into his own net because he's quite out right now. Lewis is going to take it and hits it way over. At least the kick was good. Commanders really are still looking for a new kicker. Neither Matt Gay or Jake Moody were truly good options. Given away by Wormley, and it's 4-1. Brandon Tanyi punishing Wormley's lackadaisical effort there. And that was just a gift of a goal, and things are now really starting to crumble. For Hybrid, a bit too relaxed there from Elijah Wormley. I don't think he saw that Tanyi was coming out from the right side in the distance, so. Sorry, I had Wormley on the lineup that they gave me. My apologies, that is not Elijah Wormley. That is the other goalkeeper that they have here for Hybrid FC. That's Jairo Caceres. That is a massive, massive gift, though, for Bridge SC. Ooh. Strada looks like almost took an elbow there from Suwari Wooten. And now Balogun again. Can they add a fifth? Here's Kean Thomas. That one deflected off a defender, and now Salvador has to get rid of it. Only as far as Elliot Hodges. Centering one, Balogun. And now Tanyi, nice cutback. No foul committed. Given away again. Kean Thomas, he is fouled, and now a free kick outside of prime real estate. So another really good free kick chance. Brandon Tanyi standing over it, as is Kean Thomas. Whistle blows. Tanya takes right into the wall. Couldn't get the rebound, and a chance now here for on potential counter. Pizzoki. Ball was too far out in front of him, and Caceres now is just gonna take it in himself. Ooh. They're gonna call a foul there against Bridge. Suwari Wooten went down a bit hard. Here's another chance now for Bridge. Good cut downs by Tanya, and it's going to be offside on Balogun. It was quite clear. So Caceres will take this free kick. Launches one into the air. Cleared out by Ryan Lewis. Hunter Hillis is going to be the one who regains possession. Not completely taken back by Jason Astudillo. And it's regained by Algra. We've got a lot of pinball on the pitch right now. Oh, and no foul called here against Nisi Brown. I'm starting to think that the referees might start to be giving Hybrid a little bit more leeway than they are going to be for Bridge because of the lead right now. It's 4-1 as we are in the final 19 minutes plus stoppage of this game. And it was 2-1, and it looked like Hybrid was starting to really turn a corner and really at least give themselves some momentum, but 2 goals in the 53rd and the 55th minute really turned the screws loose. Caceres headed out. Ball is just staying in the air right now. Another sub coming on now for Bridge. Joshua Engwa is actually now coming on. And that is the end of the day for Elliot Hodges. Surprised he's not getting a little bit more time. And the amount of shots that he was getting, it felt like a certainty that he was going to put in the back of the net, but just did not convert on any of his chances. One of the higher goal scorers on this Bridge SC team. And another shot. And into the side netting. That was a really nice laser beam from Kean Thomas. That I wasn't sure if it went into the net or not. Algra. He has to get rid of it because Balogun was trying to apply a bit of pressure there. Tanya. And Engwa was being pushed from behind. Free kick coming up here for Bridge. They're going to take it short, and the referee is not going to allow that. Strada not too pleased. Nick Pizzoki is done, by the way, for the day. And here comes streaming down the channel his replacement. Nice layoff, the cross inside the box, and Sinera is able to clear it. That substitution, by the way, is Kellen Cunningham. Brown lost it. It was pushed off the ball there. Here's Aka trying to get out of that corner. Engwa just goes back to his keeper as they are going to look to reset. Sinera clears it. And here comes a chance. Kean Thomas now gets past Oliver Rivas and now turns on the afterburners. Kean Thomas coming on in looking for support. Goes down, no penalty. And a chance for Hybrid to counter. Rivas just gave it away too cheaply. Tanyi out wide, Joshua Engwa, and he is offside. Looks like we're going to have two more substitutions coming on for Bridge. One of them is Jonathan Shabati. And the other, Perry Young. Do you have an injury? That looks like James Johnson that is going to be coming off here. So Perry Young and Jonathan Shibati are now going to be coming on. James Johnson's day is done. Looks like we're going to just be waiting for a different window now for Shibati to come on. Caceres will be the one to take this free kick from about the 24-yard line if this was NFL football. Oh no, here's the sub. And a great day today from Tongwa Aka. So we are approaching the final 15 minutes of this match. Chance for Hybrid. Down in the box goes Nisi Brown. No call. And the kick happens to happen on an offside. But the Hybrid FC bench was pretty adamant that that was a foul committed in the back by Ryan Lewis. But nothing was given. And again, they're just going to let Jairo Caceres take this. He's going to launch one towards the box, headed away by Lewis. Chance Tanyi out wide here. That was not the cleanest touch by Perry Young. And a foul committed by Engwa. Just waiting for the free kick to be taken here. Long ball launched forward, and it was headed down by Loic Natho. Balogun. Nice move by Joshua Engwa. Goes to the outside, Keon Thomas. Back out. Perry Young tries to center one. Falls to the foot of Keon Thomas into a blocker. And very well recovered. And it's going to go out of play for a throw-in, but very nicely done on the recovery for the block by Kevin Santos. Still not completely cleared. And a chance to pounce. Is it going to be 5? Great save by Caceres with the left leg as a blocker. Still not dead yet. Estrada gives it away quite cheaply to Yoma Ogra. Suwari Wooten got involved in a traffic collision. Engwa. On Hunter Hillis. He'll cross one in Engwa. Falls to the foot of Tanyi over the bar. Almost a 5th. And as I mentioned earlier, Hybrid FC had let up 10 goals into their last 2 games. In their last 2 games coming into tonight, they've already let up 4, so that's a combined total of 14 over their last 3 matches, and they've only scored once, and that's tonight. Goal differential of -13 in their last 3 games, including this one. Chested down by Agra. Only got to the leg of Young. One-time pass. Balogun, that was received by Balogun. Gonna go out for a corner now for BridgeSports Club. And since Elliot Hodges came out, we're gonna find out who the new corner taker is. It's gonna be Jonathan Shibati. Actually, it's a throw-in, excuse me. Back to Shibati. Dispossessed. Estrada. Keon Thomas looking for options. Decides to just go back. And Butler's cross into the box was a bit too wide. Just waiting for the goal kick. Finally taken by Hunter Hillis. Estrada. Nice layoff by Tanyi. Keon Thomas. Looking for supporting cast members, and Thomas's shot went way over the crossbar and into the uprights through the goalpost for American football. Shibati going back to Lewis. They're just going to go back to Sanera. Kean Thomas. Get some support from Akeefe Butler. Outside now, here's Perry Young. He's got some open space here. Perry Young is just gonna go in himself. Agra's on to his tail, and Agra is able to disrupt. Taken aback though by Engwa. Here's Estrada. Attempted cross, I think. That thing just went over everything. These two teams face each other back on April 19th, and in that game, goals from Amar Narmook and Alex Estrada provided BridgeSports Club a 2-1 win. Kyle Simmons did also score in that match for Hybrid. Caceres headed just down by Lewis. Tanyi. Here's Estrada. Back out wide, Engwa. Agra with some nice defending, and it's going to result in a throw in here. 4 minutes plus stoppage remaining. Taken away now. And Astudillo is in a little battle. And they are going to call a foul. Ooh, and it's going to get chippy right now between Astudillo and Jonathan Shibati. Yellow card to Jason Astudillo. And a yellow card as well to Shibati as well as Ryan Lewis. So 3 yellow cards just handed out in a space of 30 seconds. But Astudillo just letting his frustrations get the better of him, and that started a little bit of a fracas. Agra, ooh, and a large tackle there from behind by Boubacar Sissoko. Sissoko regains possession. Thomas. Butler goes back to the middle, and we do have a player down on the ground for Hybrid. Can't tell who that is just because the number is being blocked. Gets back up though, so that is a good sign. Just wrapping up here the last few minutes we are in. We've got 2 minutes left to go plus stoppage. Chance now, breakaway opportunity, good block by Caceres. It was a breakaway chance, and Joshua Engwa was not going to get a better opportunity than that in this game, and he completely soiled it. Joshua Engwa, that was what a goal scorer dreams of and just could not convert. But Jairo Caceres has actually had a really good half. And I'd argue the 2 goals that he's given up in this half, well, one of them was his fault, but the other one was just incredibly unlucky. And now here's Bamidele Balogun. Agra turns on the Jets on his tail and clears it out. And a foul committed by Barry Suare-Wooten. Shibati just goes back to Lewis, and that is full time. No stoppage time needed in this game, and that's going to be the end of it. 4-1 score, Bridge SC, the winners here in Columbia, and it's still going to be 0 points for Hybrid FC. But that is a massive 3 for Bridge SC, because if you look at the standings right now in the DMV North, that now puts them at 13 points. If my memory serves me correct. Correction, that now puts them at 11 points. And as it stands right now, they are in 3rd place in the DMV North Conference over MoCo 1776. We do not know how they are doing right now. So we will figure that out soon. But that is all that's going to be that is all the events that have happened here at Hammond High School in Columbia. For my partner, Donna Wallace, my name is Josh Sager, and from our entire DMV Sports Media family, we thank you for watching. We'll see you around, and we'll see what happens